is a homegrown hotel chain up against the big international brands. What's the strategy? A day in the life of Rotana CEO Omer Kaddouri. And no, it's not Dubai or Abu Dhabi, it's Ras Al Khaimah. Why this quiet emirate is emerging into the rising emirate as the UAE's new tourist destination. Welcome to Marketplace Middle East, this week from the Corniche in Abu Dhabi. This is a city which has seen an explosion of hotels over the past year. Sheraton, Hilton, and the Intercontinental have been here for years, but one of the latest is the St. Regis in the nation's tower behind me. It joins some homegrown brands as well, such as Jumeirah and Rotana. Rotana opened its first hotel in Abu Dhabi more than 20 years ago. It has a dozen in the capital, including this one, the Haladiya Palace on the water. It has major expansion plans under its new CEO, Omer Kaddouri, who's chasing growth in the emerging markets.
Morning, Kajan. Hey, Hamid. Hi, Manny. Morning, Mercy. How are you? All right? I was just calling to check to see if all okay in Salalah.
Meet Omer Kaddouri, the new face of Rotana Hotels.
Hey, York. How you doing? Good to see you. All okay? Yeah,
an Abu Dhabi-based chain with 50 properties around the globe. In January, he took on the role of chief executive of the group, which was led by its co-founders, Nasir Al-Nawais and Salim El-Zir, for just over 2 decades.
All those years ago, everybody looks so much younger.
Definitely.
That's our owner, Sheikh Sarur, our chairman, Salim. These are the people that started the company. Wow.
Yeah.
Rotana had a modest start with 2 hotels in 1993. Kaddouri joined the group 5 years later on.
Are we ready for the meeting?
Iraqi-British Kaddouri graduated from a Swiss hotel management school in 1986, meeting resistance from his father, who thought he was making a wrong turn.
I remember I told my dad I want to be in the hotel business. He said, what? You're not going to be a waiter. No son of mine is going to be a waiter. You're not going to be all this money I'm going to spend and you're going to be a waiter? And I said, it's not like that, you know. Francesco, how are you? Good to see you.
Today, he's at the Park Rotana Hotel in Abu Dhabi to refurbish a well-known restaurant, Teatro.
Yeah. Stucco, you can never, once it's damaged, you've got to do the whole wall again. So that's not what we're looking at here.
But it's a good quality, this one.
Your background is in food and beverage.
That's right.
So you have your hands all over this side of the business.
I'm very passionate about food and beverage. And, you know, when you have hotels to work with, and so many hotels with so many outlets, it's like a kid in a candy store.
Rotana is a homegrown brand in the Middle East, giving it a comfort level to go in where others may hesitate. It was the first to open a 5-star hotel in Erbil, northern Iraq.
At the building stage, we're just trying to make sure that we have as much efficiency as possible.
Now Kaddouri has his sights on Iran and its nearly 80 million consumers.
I think a big watch out for Iran, I would say. Not that I want the competitors to come rushing into Iran. We want to be the first on the ground, and I think we will be the first on the ground. But there are certain elements that need to be stabilized before we can feel really, really confident. But we're hoping that by the end of next year, beginning of 16, we should see our first hotel open in Iran.
The bigger plan is to more than double the number of cities where Rotana has a presence to 40, and the number of hotel rooms or keys by 2020 to 28,000. Kaddouri is going east where there is growth.
We're talking to people in Southeast Asia, in India, in Australia. I just come back from a trip to Australia, and I visited several major cities that are in need of hotels. And, you know, okay, Rotana, who are Rotana? I know all of the other big guys. That's when we have to sell ourselves. That's when we have to say, come on over to our part of the world. We can show you what we have. And there's always some smart investor that's going to give the new kid on the block a chance.
To build out, Kaddouri says it is important to know where the brand was born. The Beach Rotana was the chain's first property. It remains a meeting point in the UAE capital. When he's not busy touring the properties, there's one other place he'd like to be.
I love this hole. I think it's the most beautiful hole on the golf course.
But even there, he's keeping an eye on developments. The latest Rotana on Saadiyat Island in Abu Dhabi is under construction.
Well, it's looking like it's about 30 months away.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to take, from the time we start the shoring and then the foundations, we're looking at about 30 months. So 2.5 years We're going to have a beautiful property nestled in between these two, and it's going to be one of the premier resorts in the region.
For Kaddouri, there may be parallels to management and golf. Keep on advancing by avoiding the rough, but look to improve a little bit on each round.
Got it. What up?
Omer Kaddouri navigating the course as CEO of Rotana. Well, the hotel group was born in Abu Dhabi, has a presence in Dubai, but also Ras Al Khaimah right now. When Marketplace Middle East continues, we take a look at the so-called rising emirate and why so many hotel rooms are going up.